That was a rehearsal for a ballet. Today we are going to stage a new ballet, and I'm going to tell you about it. The creation of a ballet involves music and painting as well as dancing, so it's a rather complicated affair. As it usually takes several months for the choreographer, that is the dance producer, the composer and the artist to work it out, I shall only give you an impression of what happens. The language of ballet is French. Fouette, entrechat, pas de bourrée, pirouette, glissade, jeté, but I shall try to give you the English equivalents. Dancing is a disciplined art. The body, the head, the legs and feet, the hands and arms, all have their basic positions. Take the hands, for instance. The hands are as important as the feet, and like everything else in dancing, their positions are carefully studied and controlled. There are 5 principal positions of the arms, the head, and the feet, and every dancer must be able to achieve these positions with style and precision. The positions of the head are simple. Turned, inclined, erect and back, now the head is lowered. Here you see the dancer standing in the 5th position, the starting point for most steps. She takes an attitude, and now she does an arabesque. You can see that balance is essential to a dancer. To give an air of lightness, girls go onto their toes, or on points, as we call it. She's doing a step called pas de bourrée, running on points. Men do not go on points to convey lightness. They achieve their effects by jumps, turns, and beats. This particular beat is called a cabriole. First a single, then a double. Now turns, which are done either on the ground or in the air. And a leap. Now, to do that kind of thing, dancers must exercise all the time. Their exercises are based on positions, like those you've just seen, and are the necessary training for the steps on which a ballet will eventually be built. Let's see the dancers at practice. First, supported by a bar. Then the same exercises away from the bar. The exercises develop into broader movements. The basic movements in classical dancing are bending, stretching, rising, sliding, jumping, darting, and turning. These basic movements are capable of infinite variation and develop naturally into steps. The steps are then arranged into dances. This is an allegro, or quick dance. It uses 3 of the basic movements which you've just seen. The dancer is turning. Now Now she is jumping. Now darting. Here is the choreographer, Andre Howard, who with the composer and the artist will create our ballet. The choreographer is responsible for the production and invention of the steps and actions which make up the dances that form a ballet. These then have to be taught to the dancers by demonstration and word of mouth.
All right. When you do the beginning of the dance, keep it very smooth and light. On the arabesque, change the mood completely and give me a very strong movement. All right, let's see it.
This is an adagio, or pas de deux, a dance for two people, and is used in most ballets to convey the love theme. So the movements are designed to give a romantic feeling. Here you see sliding, stretching and rising. Because the girl is supported by a partner, she can do very slow and controlled movements and long series of turns. The composer, Arthur Benjamin, has worked on the idea of the ballet from the beginning. He works closely with the choreographer, explaining points in his music and making alterations as the dances take shape.
Should be all right now. For the next dance, I'm going to suggest a serene tune on the solo strings and underneath a fluttering figure on the flutes, like this.
Artois, a dance for three people. In this dance, particular use is made of arm movements and pas de bourrée. In the ballet, these three dancers play the parts of goddesses, so the movements used here are designed to give grace and dignity. Ballet needs a stage with scenery and costumes. The artist, Hugh Stevenson, discusses his designs and plans with the stage manager.
Look, Harry, behind these three pedestals are the doors through which the four men enter. So we'll have to keep it well up stage.
In this this case, a dance for the 4 men who will play the character parts in our ballet. The dancers are using all the vigorous movements, beats, leaps, and turns. In their solos, each of them will use a different series of these movements according to the part he is playing. Things are moving. Behind the scenes, people have been painting scenery, making costumes, and generally preparing for the first performance. A ballet is beginning to take shape. In this, you will see the positions, movements, steps, and dances that you've been watching. But now they will be used to tell a story.